Oh, do you need me to? Oh, you've got a slate and everything.
Maybe.
Big time.
All right, let's do it.
All right, for you, 27 points in 18 games. I know everyone's been asking you, why are you off to such a great start? So you're probably sick of answering that question. So I instead reached out to your dad, Sam, and asked him why he thought that you were playing so well. You want to know what he said?
I would love to.
He said it's definitely maturity. Maturity leads to better training and better focus on and off the ice. Dad, right?
Yeah, I mean, he knows me pretty well. So I think, over the last few years, that maturation process has kind of been there. And, I've always, dedicated my entire life to this sport and to this game. But, I think, the older you get, the more grateful you are for the opportunity. And you just, you want to make the most of it. So here I am.
When you first arrived on the scene here in Toronto, just over a decade ago, kind of had a bit of a swagger, a bit of a cocky young guy, kind of got in trouble sometimes. I mean, what would you want to tell that guy now? Or did you just sort of have to go through it to get to the point where you're at?
It was a bit of a transition phase. Obviously, nowadays you kind of want your, first rounder, your first pick to kind of be walking around with that swagger and believe you can play on the team right away. I think, back when I was trying to do it, it might have been, frowned upon just a little bit. But, I don't really, regret anything. Of course, there were some growing pains that I had to go through and a lot of great people that I had to learn from. And,
Who comes to mind when you think of that?
I mean, certain coaches, obviously Dallas Eakins, in the minors helped me a lot. A player like Dion, recently retired. He was a great mentor of mine.
You are someone who likes to stir things up a little bit at times on the ice. Did you see Artemi Panarin throw his glove?
I did, yeah.
At Brad Marchand.
Yep.
What did you think when you saw that?
I mean, it's an emotional game. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. These, the mental aspect of it, and just, maybe typically you wouldn't do certain things in certain situations if it wasn't for that emotion and that passion, and that can get carried away sometimes. But that's hockey, and that's why I love it, and that's why most people love it. Is it's unexpected, and it's unpredictable.
Well, we saw Nate McKinnon, your teammate, do it. Is this a thing?
With the helmet.
Have you ever thought about throwing a piece of equipment?
I haven't. I should probably steer clear of that.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm the guy to be throwing equipment.
Who are some of the best, and should I say best or worst guys at chirping out there? Like, who gets under your skin?
Yeah, nobody.
That's
Nobody.
the answer. How do you come up with the stuff that you say?
You got to have some material,
Okay.
maybe know a little
You
bit
do
about
your
the
homework.
player. Yeah, of course. I mean, you're playing in the league. Usually you know a lot about the guys that are playing against you or playing with you. So, I think you got to have, a witty aspect to you also, to be on your toes and just be ready for anything. So, that's the recipe of a good chirper.
How important do you think it would be for you, though, to have a good playoff, to kind of exercise some of the demons of the past, show you can do it and keep your nose clean at the same time?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just a competitive person. So, for me, that stuff, it could, add some fuel to the fire maybe at times. But, obviously this year I got to be, a little more careful.
I was going to say, do you really have that in your mind now?
I mean,
know
you're always
said
thinking
it before.
about it, but like I said, I've been through it before. So for me, I kind of, it's in the back of my mind. I've been playing for a long time. I know how to play the game, and I just got to go out and execute that.
The Leafs are on a roll.
Yep.
You guys are on a roll. What do you expect? Fireworks? What can we?
I mean, I just expect a good hockey game. I mean, like you said, both teams are playing really well right now, and I think it's possible to maybe see both these teams in the end. That could definitely be a possibility, and for us, climbing the standings is important, and finishing as high as we can is very important. So it's going to be a big 2 points on the road for us.